Hello, dear English learners. Welcome back to another exciting and enriching episode of the Daily English Lab podcast, the show designed to make learning English straightforward, engaging, and enjoyable. I'm Victor, your host, and I'm thrilled to guide you on this journey toward mastering the English language. Whether you're tuning in for the first time or you've been with us for a while, we're glad to have you here. If you've ever faced difficulties speaking English smoothly, if you find yourself mentally translating your thoughts before you express them, or if anxiety creeps in when you try to engage in conversations, then this episode is tailor-made for you. Today, we'll uncover the secrets to becoming a confident English speaker who can communicate effortlessly. Imagine being in a conversation where, instead of worrying about grammar rules or hunting for the right vocabulary, the words flow naturally from your mouth. Picture this. You're chatting with someone, and there's no hesitation, no stress, just smooth, confident English. It sounds fantastic, doesn't it? Well, trust me when I say that this is possible, and I'm here to show you how to make it a reality. This podcast is part of our daily English Lab platform, where we help learners like you achieve fluency step by step. We genuinely believe that learning English should be a natural and enjoyable process, not a source of stress or confusion. And remember, you are not alone on this journey. We are building a community of English learners who provide support and encouragement to one another. Your voice matters, and we want to hear from you. If you ever feel stuck, have questions, or face challenges, please reach out. What are your biggest struggles? What topics would you like us to cover? Your feedback helps us create episodes that offer practical solutions and insightful advice. The importance of automatic speaking now. Let's delve into a crucial topic: how to train your brain to speak English automatically. What does that mean? It means learning to express yourself without overthinking, without getting stuck, and without hesitating. It's about making English so instinctive that it flows just like your native language. Believe me, achieving this is not just a dream. It's entirely within your reach, and I'm excited to guide you every step of the way. In today's episode, we will explore how your brain learns language naturally, why traditional methods like rote memorization can hinder your progress, practical techniques to foster automatic speaking, and a simple daily plan to enhance your fluency, even if you don't have a speaking partner. We will also discuss how to tackle common obstacles like fear, hesitation, and limited vocabulary. By the end of our time together, you will have actionable steps to elevate your speaking skills, whether you're learning English for work, travel, or everyday life. This method will empower you to speak with newfound confidence and fluidity. So, are you ready to unlock your true potential in English fluency? Let's embark on this transformative journey together. Why automatic speaking matters. Let's start by discussing why automatic speaking is essential. Picture this. You're engaged in a conversation with an English speaker. You understand what they're saying, and you know the words you want to use, but something holds you back. You hesitate, pause, and find yourself translating from your native language to English in your mind. By the time you finally respond, the moment has passed, and the conversation has moved on. Sound familiar? This is a significant hurdle many English learners encounter. You may know countless words and have studied grammar for years, yet when it's your turn to speak, your mind goes blank. You second-guess yourself and worry about making mistakes. But what if I told you that you could change this? You can train your brain to speak English automatically, just like you do in your native language. Let's consider how small children learn their first language. They don't sit in classrooms memorizing vocabulary or dissecting grammar rules. Instead, they listen, imitate, and speak naturally. They absorb words and phrases through repetition until they become instinctive. They don't translate or overthink, which is why they attain fluency so effortlessly. In contrast, many adults learning English adopt a different approach. They obsess over grammar rules, memorize long word lists, and engage in writing exercises. Yet, when it comes time to speak, they falter. This is because they haven't conditioned their brains to think and respond in English without translating. The importance of training your brain for automatic speaking fluency without hesitation. Fluency isn't merely about speed. It's about speaking smoothly and naturally without long pauses. When your brain is trained for automatic speaking, words flow effortlessly, and you don't have to pause to think about grammar or translations. Imagine a waiter asking, "What would you like to drink?" If your brain isn't trained, You might go through a lengthy translation process before answering. But with practice, you'll respond instantly, saying, "I'd like a coffee, please," without hesitation, boosting your confidence. Many learners feel nervous due to the fear of making mistakes. However, mistakes are a natural part of the learning process. The more you practice automatic speaking, the more confident you will become. Think of learning to drive. At first, it's stressful, but over time, it becomes second nature. Speaking English is no different. The more you put yourself out there, the more comfortable you'll become. Thinking directly in English. Translating thoughts from your native language to English often results in awkward or unnatural sentences. When you train your brain to think directly in English, you eliminate the translation step, allowing for more natural speech. This shift is crucial for achieving fluency. Time efficiency in conversations. In fast-paced environments like work, you don't have the luxury to translate every thought. By training your brain for automatic speaking, you'll respond more quickly and effectively, making your communication smoother and more efficient. Making learning enjoyable. Traditional learning can be tedious, but when you practice speaking automatically, you'll find joy in the process. Just like with sports, improvement comes with practice, and soon you'll delight in speaking English. You'll discover that making mistakes is part of the journey, not a setback. Understanding how the brain learns language now that we understand the importance of automatic speaking. Let's explore how the brain learns language naturally. The human brain is an extraordinary tool. It controls everything from thinking and feeling to remembering and, most importantly, speaking. With billions of neurons working together, our brains learn by recognizing patterns. This is how we acquire new skills, including language. Language is a system of communication that allows us to express thoughts, emotions, and ideas. Interestingly, our brains are inherently designed to learn languages. Children, regardless of where they are born, learn to speak fluently without formal education. They absorb language through listening and interacting. So, why do adults find it harder to learn a new language? The answer lies in the contrasting methods of language acquisition during childhood versus adulthood. Listening first. Babies spend the first 12 to 18 months merely listening. They hear their caregivers speaking, absorbing language in context without studying grammar. For example, a child might hear phrases like, "Do you want some milk?" repeatedly until they begin to understand before they can even articulate their response. Repetition of phrases. After a period of listening, children start echoing the words they hear. They begin with simple terms and progress to phrases. This practice strengthens their language skills over time. The process is organic and instinctive, learning through meaning. Children learn language in context. They don't analyze grammatical structures, but rather grasp the meaning behind phrases. When they hear someone say, "I want an apple," they don't dissect the sentence. They simply understand it and start using those words in appropriate situations. With this understanding, let's explore practical techniques to train your brain for automatic speaking. Practical techniques for automatic speaking. Surround yourself with English. Immerse yourself in English as much as possible. Listen to the Daily English Lab podcast, watch English movies, or change your device's language to English. The more exposure you have, the faster your brain will adapt. Speak out loud daily. Practice speaking, even if you're alone. Talk to yourself about your day, describe your surroundings, or repeat phrases you hear from native speakers. This will help solidify your speaking skills and build muscle memory. Learn phrases, not just words. Focus on memorizing complete phrases rather than isolated words. For instance, instead of just learning "hungry," learn "I'm really hungry. Let's grab some food." This method helps you recall phrases more naturally during conversations. Engage in active listening. When listening to English, actively engage with the content. Repeat what you hear, guess what a speaker will say next, and respond mentally to questions posed in conversations. This practice enhances your comprehension and responsiveness. Reduce translation time. Train your brain to understand English in English. Use English-to-English dictionaries and practice thinking in English rather than translating from your native language. This shift will significantly improve your fluency. Practice consistency. Establish a daily routine that includes speaking, listening, and thinking in English. The more you practice, the more automatic your speaking will become. Set aside time each day for focused practice. Address common challenges. If you fear making mistakes, remember that errors are a natural part of learning. Shift your focus from perfection to effective communication. Practicing in a supportive environment can also help you feel more at ease. Stay motivated. Set small, manageable goals and track your progress. Celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Recognizing your growth will keep you motivated and engaged in the learning process. Overcoming common obstacles in learning to speak English automatically. While the journey to speaking English automatically is exciting, it isn't without its challenges. Many learners face frustrations, lack of confidence, or mental blocks that hinder their progress. However, remember that every problem has a solution. Fear of making mistakes. One of the most significant reasons learners hesitate to speak is the fear of making mistakes. Understand that mistakes are a part of learning. Instead of focusing on perfection, concentrate on communicating your thoughts. Practicing in a safe environment, such as with friends or language partners, can alleviate this fear. Translating instead of thinking in English. Many learners struggle because they think in their native language first and then translate into English. To overcome this, practice describing what you see or what you're doing in English. This will help train your brain to think directly in English, struggling with pronunciation. If pronunciation is a concern, immerse yourself in listening to native speakers. Pay attention to how they pronounce words and try to imitate their style. Regular practice will lead to improvement over time. Lack of vocabulary. Sometimes, learners find it challenging to recall the right words, leading to pauses in conversation. Overcome this by learning words in context and using them in daily life. The more you expose yourself to English, the more vocabulary you'll naturally acquire. Speaking slowly or hesitating. Speaking slowly can make conversations feel unnatural. To combat this, practice speaking with a timer and set short challenges. For yourself, use simple sentences to express your thoughts quickly. No one to practice with. If you lack an English-speaking environment, don't worry. Speak to yourself, describe your actions throughout the day, or use voice recording apps to practice. You can also seek online language partners through various platforms. Losing motivation. Learning a language takes time, and it's common to feel discouraged when results aren't immediate. Set short-term goals and track your progress. Keeping your learning fun is crucial. Watch movies, play games, or read engaging materials to keep your enthusiasm alive. Final thoughts and encouragement. Congratulations on making it this far in your journey to train your brain to speak English automatically. Consistency is key. Surround yourself with English, engage actively, and enjoy the process. You are capable of achieving fluency, and with daily practice, you will see remarkable progress. Your journey is unique, and every step you take is a step toward improvement. So what's next? Begin practicing today. Speak out loud, listen intently, and most importantly, enjoy the learning process. Your English speaking skills will flourish one step at a time. We'd love to hear from you. What challenges do you face in learning English? Share your thoughts and questions in the comments, and let's learn together. If you found this episode beneficial, consider subscribing to the Daily English Lab podcast so you never miss an update. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Your commitment to learning is truly inspiring. Keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Daily English Lab podcast. Until next time, happy learning.